Welcome back, truth seekers. This is the final chapter of our journey, a rallying call to awaken from the slumber of conformity. Today we weave together the threads of hidden symbols, orchestrated hoaxes and conspiracies that have defined our exploration. This episode isn't about handing you all the answers on a silver platter. It's about igniting the spark of inquiry within you. What is the hidden truth? It's the question we must all ask as we peel back the layers of deception that have been woven into the very fabric of society. Whether it's the esoteric symbolism carved into our monuments, the alleged cover-ups surrounding space exploration, or the mysteries behind the shape of our own planet, every piece of the puzzle challenges us to think critically about the narratives we've been fed. Throughout this series, we've encountered powerful voices, David Icke, Bill Cooper, Jordan Maxwell, and many others, who remind us that questioning the surface narrative is the first step toward true enlightenment. Their insights urge us to look beyond the polished facades and examine the reality that lies beneath. Now, as we close this chapter, remember, the quest for truth is a lifelong journey. It's not confined to one series or a single episode. It's an ongoing process of questioning, investigating, and never accepting the surface narrative without digging deeper. The hidden truth is out there waiting for those courageous enough to seek it. So stay curious, challenge what you think you know, and always keep your mind unlocked. The awakening begins with each question you ask, and together we have taken the first bold steps toward unveiling a reality that has been obscured for far too long. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey. Until next time, remain vigilant, question relentlessly, and let the pursuit of truth light your path. Welcome back, truth seekers. Today we confront one of the most pervasive forces shaping our modern lives, the media matrix. Our world is inundated with information streams that are not always as benign as they seem. Behind every headline, every commercial, and every viral video, there may be a carefully engineered message designed to condition our minds. Throughout history, governments and corporations have used media as a tool for influence. During World War II, propaganda played a critical role in shaping public opinion and rallying nations. Fast forward to the Cold War, and psychological operations became even more sophisticated, laying the groundwork for modern techniques of brainwashing. In our digital age, these methods have evolved into a highly intricate system. Subliminal messages in advertising and the carefully scripted narratives of global news outlets are just a few examples of how information is curated to maintain a status quo. Pioneering voices like David Icke and Bill Cooper have long warned us that we are caught in a matrix of manipulation where what we see and hear is not always the full truth. Consider this: every news cycle, every trending topic is part of a vast network of influence. The media, in its many forms, is structured to evoke certain emotions and responses, often without us even realizing it. Whether it's the subtle repetition of specific images, the choice of words, or even the tone of delivery, these elements work together to nudge us towards conformity and obedience. Today we expose the tools and tactics used to keep us docile. We ask critical questions. Who benefits from a constant barrage of curated content? How much of what we consume is genuine, and how much is designed to manipulate our perceptions? The answers may be unsettling, but they are crucial for anyone determined to reclaim independent thought. As we peel back the layers of this media matrix, remember that questioning everything you consume is not just healthy, it's necessary. The journey to uncovering the truth is fraught with challenges, but every inquiry, every bit of skepticism, brings us closer to understanding the real dynamics at play. Stay vigilant, keep questioning, and as always, keep your mind unlocked. Welcome back, truth seekers. Today we step into the shadowy realm of occult power and secret societies, a domain where whispers of hidden agendas and cryptic rituals have long stirred the imagination of those questioning the status quo. For centuries, rumors have swirled around clandestine groups said to hold sway over global events. From the alleged Illuminati to modern fraternal organizations, these secret societies have been credited with influencing everything from economics to politics. Researchers like Jordan Maxwell have delved into the symbolism and coded language used by these groups, arguing that their occult practices aren't mere superstition. They may be the very tools by which a hidden elite shapes our world. Consider the rituals and symbols that surface in both ancient traditions and modern institutions. Masonic emblems, the use of numerology, and even architectural designs have been interpreted as markers of a concealed power structure. Whether carved into the stone of ancient temples or embedded in the logos of major corporations, these symbols speak a language that transcends time, hinting at a deeper, orchestrated narrative behind the events that shape our society. This episode invites you to explore several key themes. First, historical echoes. We'll trace the origins of secret societies and examine how their symbols and rituals have evolved from mystical traditions to modern-day institutions. Then coded language. What do these esoteric symbols mean? We'll unpack the layers of meaning behind familiar icons and question whether they serve as mere decorative motifs or as deliberate signals of control. And lastly, influence on global events. From the corridors of power in political systems to the undercurrents in financial markets, we'll explore the theory that hidden agendas may be steering the course of history in ways most of us never suspect. The goal here isn't to settle every debate, but to ignite a spirit of inquiry. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, the notion that unseen forces might be influencing our lives is a call to look closer at the tapestry of symbols, rituals, and secret meetings that have punctuated history. So, as you listen, ask yourself, are these occult practices and secret societies simply relics of a bygone era, or are they part of a living, breathing system of power that continues to shape our modern reality? The truth, as always, may be hidden in plain sight, waiting for those brave enough to decipher its code. Stay vigilant, keep questioning, and as always, keep your mind unlocked. Welcome back, truth seekers. Today, we dive into one of the most controversial topics of our modern discourse, the flat Earth theory. For centuries, we've been taught that our planet is a sphere, a conclusion supported by centuries of observation and scientific inquiry, but there exists a growing faction that argues the Earth is not a globe, but rather a flat plane, and that this truth has been deliberately obscured from us. Proponents of the flat Earth theory challenge the conventional narrative, suggesting that the spherical model is part of a larger misdirection designed to confine our perspective. They point to various observations, such as the seemingly flat horizon when viewed from ground level and the behavior of water surfaces, to argue that what we've learned in school may be a simplified or even manipulated version of reality. While the overwhelming consensus in the scientific community is that the Earth is round, a fact corroborated by satellite imagery, astronomical measurements, and centuries of navigational practice, Flat Earth supporters claim that these proofs are either misinterpreted or part of an elaborate deception. They question the reliability of photographic evidence from space and suggest that government agencies and powerful organizations have a vested interest in perpetuating the spherical narrative. In this episode, we examine historical context, how ancient civilizations conceptualized the Earth and how those ideas evolved with the advent of modern science. Modern arguments, a look at the key points raised by flat Earth theorists, including the nature of the horizon, the behavior of light, and the mechanics of gravity. Scientific rebuttals, the extensive body of evidence from space missions to the physics of planetary motion that supports a spherical Earth, and why this consensus exists within the scientific community. The flat Earth debate is more than just a discussion about geometry, it's a reflection of a broader question. Have we been misled from the start? Is the way we understand our planet part of an elaborate narrative designed to limit our understanding of the world? As we navigate these conflicting viewpoints, remember that questioning established ideas is a crucial part of seeking truth. Even if you align with the scientific consensus, examining alternative theories can lead to a deeper appreciation of the evidence and the methods used to uncover it. Stay curious, challenge your assumptions, and as always, keep your mind unlocked. Welcome back, truth seekers. Today we journey further down the rabbit hole as we examine a theory that challenges our very perception of the cosmos. The idea that our world is not an open planet floating in infinite space, but an enclosed sphere capped by a colossal dome. This concept isn't entirely new. Ancient cultures and religious texts from around the world describe a firmament, a solid ceiling that arches over the earth. For instance, the biblical account in Genesis speaks of a vault separating the waters above from those below, while ancient Mesopotamian texts like the Enuma Elish describe a similar structure that orders the cosmos. These early narratives provided a framework for understanding the sky, in an era before modern astronomy reshaped our cosmic view. In more recent times, some modern whistleblowers and conspiracy theorists have claimed that evidence of a dome exists all around us. They point to observations like the seemingly flat horizon and the behavior of weather patterns as hints that our sky might be more of a projection than a vast expanse of space. Proponents argue that if we truly lived in an endless void, the curvature of the Earth would be far more apparent. While mainstream science explains these observations through the principles of atmospheric perspective and the vast scales involved in celestial mechanics, the dome theory persists in alternative circles. Critics of conventional space exploration suggest that the images and data we receive are part of a larger narrative, designed to keep the truth hidden, one where the universe, as we know it, is a carefully constructed facade. Today we delve into these claims with a critical eye. We'll explore historical perspectives, how ancient texts and mythologies envisioned a dome or firmament, and what that might mean in our modern context. Modern observations, the arguments put forth by dome theorists such as the uniformity of the horizon and the peculiar behavior of weather phenomena. Scientific rebuttals, a look at how conventional astronomy and physics explain these observations, and why the scientific community remains skeptical of the dome hypothesis. As you listen, consider this. Even if the dome theory isn't embraced by mainstream science, it challenges us to rethink the nature of our reality. Are we simply too accustomed to the narratives provided by authorities to see alternative possibilities? Or do these alternative theories hold a kernel of truth that has been overshadowed by centuries of accepted doctrine? The quest for truth often begins by questioning the established order, even if it leads us to ideas that seem outlandish at first glance. So, whether you view the dome as a metaphor or a literal structure, remember that exploring these theories is part of the broader journey to unlock the hidden dimensions of our world. Stay inquisitive, question boldly, and as always, keep your mind unlocked.
Welcome back, truth seekers. Today, we turn our gaze upward to a realm that has fascinated humanity for decades: space. Since its inception in 1958, NASA has been celebrated as the pioneer of space exploration, culminating in the historic Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969. These events are etched in our collective memory as monumental achievements. But what if, beneath the awe-inspiring narratives, there's more than meets the eye? Skeptics, including voices like James Corbett, argue that what we see may not be the unfiltered truth. They point to anomalies in images and videos, such as the peculiar movement of the American flag on the moon, or the conspicuous absence of stars in many photographs, as evidence of a carefully choreographed performance. While experts offer scientific explanations, attributing these oddities to the properties of lunar dust, camera exposure settings, and the unique environment of space, these explanations haven't silenced the questioning minds. Consider the sheer scale of NASA's budget and the colossal investment in space missions over the decades. Some argue that this financial might has been directed toward creating a dazzling illusion, a spectacle designed to capture our imagination and divert attention from terrestrial realities. By painting a picture of endless cosmic possibilities, the argument goes, powerful interests may be keeping us focused on an idealized narrative that overshadows more pressing issues here on Earth. Yet it's important to acknowledge the verifiable milestones. The tracking of Apollo missions by independent observatories, the global collaboration on space exploration, and countless scientific discoveries that have enriched our understanding of the universe. These real documented achievements form the backbone of the mainstream narrative. However, for those of us who are compelled to question, The debate remains open. Is the cosmos as infinite and accessible as we believe, or is it part of a broader performance designed to keep us looking skyward while earthly truths remain obscured? Today, I invite you to look at the stars with fresh eyes. Whether you accept the established explanations or you lean toward skepticism, the critical inquiry itself is what drives progress. In questioning every element of our reality, even those celebrated as triumphs, we pave the way for a deeper understanding of the forces shaping our world. Stay inquisitive, keep questioning, and as always, keep your mind unlocked.
Welcome back, truth seekers. Today, we delve into the elaborate web of deception that has shaped our modern reality. Governments and shadowy institutions have for centuries mastered the art of propaganda, not merely to inform but to control. This isn't about isolated incidents, it's about a systematic global brainwashing campaign that keeps us in a state of unchallenged obedience. Let's travel back to eras of conflict and fear where wartime disinformation was deployed like a weapon. Picture the fervor of propaganda in times of war, stories spun to justify actions, to rally nations, and to suppress dissent. Fast forward to the present, the techniques have evolved into something far more insidious. Today, information is filtered, curated, and manipulated through digital channels, subtly molding our perceptions with every click and scroll. Influential thinkers like Bill Cooper and David Icke have long warned us about this pervasive control. They argue that behind every media campaign and every public statement lies a calculated effort to distract, mislead, and pacify. According to these voices, the global hoax is engineered not out of malice alone, but as a means to preserve power and maintain the status quo. Consider this. Every headline, every viral video, every trending topic might be a thread in a larger tapestry, a tapestry woven to obscure the truth and prevent us from seeing the full picture. The machinery of control is everywhere, operating in the background, quietly shaping our collective consciousness. As we peel back the layers of this deception, we begin to see patterns that reveal how our beliefs and opinions are not entirely our own, but are subtly influenced by forces beyond our sight. This is not just about questioning a single narrative, it's about understanding the grand design of manipulation that has, for far too long, dictated what we consider truth. Join me as we unravel these threads, expose the methods of global brainwashing, and confront the uncomfortable reality that our world may not be as free as we think. The journey ahead is challenging, but every question asked and every truth uncovered brings us one step closer to reclaiming our independent thought. Stay vigilant, stay curious, and as always, keep your mind unlocked. Welcome back, truth seekers. Today we dive into the enigmatic world of symbols, those cryptic marks that appear on monuments, money, and even corporate logos. Are these mere artistic flourishes, or do they encode messages of control and hidden authority? Researchers like Jordan Maxwell have long argued that these symbols are the language of power, deliberately placed to guide our collective subconscious. Let's start with a familiar example, the all-seeing eye atop a pyramid on the US dollar bill. At first glance, it might seem like just another decorative detail, but dig a little deeper and you begin to see it as a signal, an emblem that hints at secret societies and elite control. Maxwell and other researchers suggest that such imagery isn't random. It's a carefully crafted message, a reminder that unseen forces may be pulling the strings. Now cast your eyes on the architecture that surrounds us. Many ancient temples and grand government buildings are adorned with symbols that have endured through the ages. Take the recurring shapes of triangles, circles, and eyes. These aren't just abstract designs, they're steeped in mysticism and ritual. For centuries, such symbols have been employed by cultures around the globe to convey messages that resonate on both a physical and metaphysical level. Consider the Egyptian hieroglyphs. More than a system of writing, they were a form of cosmic communication, an intricate code designed to encapsulate the mysteries of life, death, and the universe itself. Fast forward to today, and we see echoes of these ancient symbols repurposed in modern emblems, subtly influencing how we perceive authority and power. As you examine the architecture of ancient temples and the designs on contemporary logos, ask yourself, what secrets are hidden in plain sight? Could it be that these symbols are silently guiding our beliefs and behaviors, nudging us towards a preordained narrative. The more you look, the more it seems that a deliberate pattern emerges, one that spans millennia, linking the mystic past with our present reality. This isn't just an academic exercise, it's a call to wake up. By decoding these visual cues, we begin to unravel the language that has been used to shape our society from behind the scenes. Every symbol is a clue, a piece of a puzzle that challenges us to question the established order. Thank you for joining me on this exploration into the hidden language of power. Remember, the truth is often right before our eyes, etched in stone, ink, and architecture. Stay curious, keep questioning, and as always, keep your mind unlocked. Imagine waking up in a world where every object you interact with is not as innocent as it appears. Today we explore a realm where the ordinary transforms into a sophisticated tapestry of control, hidden right before our eyes. Our journey begins in the mid-20th century. The invention of the microchip and the advent of computing set in motion a revolution that would redefine humanity. What was once a room filled with massive humming computers has now shrunk to the pocket-sized devices we carry everywhere. These gadgets have become our constant companions and, as we'll discover, quiet observers. Take a moment to consider your smartphone. It's a marvel of modern engineering, packed with more processing power. Yet, beneath its sleek exterior lies an intricate network of sensors, algorithms, and data collection systems. Every swipe, every tap, and every location ping is a piece of the puzzle. A puzzle that shapes the content you see, the ads you click, and even the decisions you make. This isn't merely convenience. It's a finely tuned mechanism woven into the fabric of everyday life, operating almost invisibly. This hidden infrastructure is the backbone of what we now call the Fourth Industrial Revolution. It's a seismic shift where digital, biological, and physical worlds converge. Unlike past revolutions that were marked by visible changes, smokestacks replacing horses or computers replacing punch cards, this revolution is stealthy. Its most profound impacts are hidden in plain sight, camouflaged within the very tools we trust. Historical moments like the launch of the internet in the late 20th century further illustrate this transformation. Initially a tool for open communication and collaboration, it soon morphed into a vast arena where personal data is a currency and every click can be tracked. What began as a revolutionary leap towards freedom has, in many ways, become a labyrinth of surveillance and control. But here's the twist. While these systems of control are omnipresent, they're also so seamlessly integrated into our daily routines that they often escape notice. It's like living in a house with walls that are perfectly camouflaged, always there, silently shaping the way you think, act, and connect with the world. In this episode, we peel back the layers of the Fourth Industrial Revolution to reveal how technology, once a tool for liberation, now carries hidden agendas beneath its polished surface. We'll explore the origins of this digital takeover and question whether the convenience we enjoy comes at a price we're only beginning to understand. So as you scroll through your newsfeed or check your email, remember, there's more to your digital life than meets the eye. The truth is embedded in every byte, waiting to be uncovered. Join me in this deep dive as we continue our quest to expose the hidden mechanics of our modern world. Keep questioning, keep seeking, and always stay curious. Episode 1. Breaking the Chains, a journey through the echoes of history. Imagine a time when the truth was a rare commodity. A time when powerful forces worked tirelessly to shape reality. Our story begins in the early 20th century with a country engulfed by the fires of totalitarian ambition. In Nazi Germany, under the calculating direction of Joseph Goebbels, the state's media became a tool of manipulation. It wasn't just about spreading propaganda, it was about crafting an alternate reality, one where every headline and broadcast served to solidify control over a terrified populace. Fast forward to a world locked in the cold grip of the Cold War. Picture a nation where shadows and whispers defined the battle for hearts and minds. Behind closed doors in Washington, covert operations like Operation Mockingbird quietly orchestrated narratives. Journalists, knowingly or unknowingly, became conduits for a message designed to fortify national ideologies and suppress dissent. The struggle wasn't fought with bullets, but with words, carefully chosen to steer public opinion in directions unseen. The final chapter of our tale, at least for this episode, unfolds in the waning days of the Cold War. As the Berlin Wall crumbled in 1989, it wasn't just a physical barrier that fell. It was the symbol of a controlled narrative, disintegrating before the eyes of an awakened world. Ordinary people, once confined by the narratives imposed upon them, suddenly found the courage to challenge the established order. The fall of that wall was not just a political victory, it was the triumph of truth over manipulation. This story isn't just a recounting of historical events, it's a call to arms, a reminder that the chains of conformity are meant to be broken. Like the heroes of our past, we must question the stories we're told, seek the evidence beneath the surface, and dare to see the world as it truly is. So join me as we embark on this journey of discovery. Together we will trace the footsteps of those who dared to question, those who broke the chains, and those who sparked revolutions with nothing but their relentless search for truth. Keep your mind unlocked and let the quest for knowledge begin. Welcome back, Truth Seekers. This is Black X Wolf Entertainment, and after a few months off the grid, I'm recharging the engines and ready to dive back into the rabbit hole with you. Today marks a new chapter, a journey through the labyrinth of modern conspiracies, hoaxes, and the untold truths of our history. Let's get straight to it. We're living in the era of the fourth industrial revolution, where technology isn't just changing the game, it's rewriting the rules. Yet amidst all the buzz, a hidden narrative is being carefully woven to keep our minds locked in a matrix of conformity. It's time to break those chains. This isn't about peddling wild theories for the sake of drama. Instead, consider this a subtle unveiling, an invitation to question everything without too much attention. We'll explore historical enigmas and modern-day hoaxes with hard facts, clever humor, and a dash of irreverence. Sometimes the best way to diffuse the absurdity of the status quo is to laugh right in its face. Over the coming weeks, you can expect a series of content that challenges mainstream narratives and uncovers the layers beneath our everyday reality. We're peeling back the curtain on everything from orchestrated deceptions to the quiet revolutions that reshape our world, all while keeping our investigation subtle enough to fly under the radar. I know that unmasking hidden truths isn't for the faint of heart. But if you're ready to step outside conventional thought and unlock your mind from the media matrix, then you're in the right place. This isn't just another channel. It's a call to awaken, to question, and to seek the truth that's been obscured for too long. Thank you for sticking with me through this hiatus. Your curiosity and support fuel this quest for unfiltered knowledge. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join the conversation in the comments below. Together, we're not just observers of history, we're unmasking it, one truth at a time. Stay curious, stay skeptical, and as always, keep your mind unlocked.